Today's episode is brought to you by FNX. If you're looking to lose weight, gain weight in the most healthiest way possible, FNX is where you need to go. You're talking about a section you're looking to gain weight. There's a section you're trying to lose weight. There's also even a section you're trying to better your performance when you're out there trying to be the best you. Please go to the link that is in this video. But also, you have to look the part. We're trying to unlock that inner athlete in you. Speaking of inner athlete, hey, you know how we get down. So, fill up your shopping carts. Once you get to checkout, use the promo code BTSI for 15% off. Again, BTSI for 50% off at checkout. Ooh, almost had a perfect intro, but it's all good. What's going on, y'all? Welcome to another edition of the B.TS Show. My name is Christopher J. Today, as you guys know, this is our reaction. We will be reacting to the latest episode of the Lapeef Let's Talk. Thank you guys for pulling in again. Before we get started, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my YouTube page. Follow me on all my social media accounts. If you'd like to make a donation, $sign to B.TS shows by Cash App. Participants waive all their rights to privacy. We are still on the road to 1,000 subscribers. Once we reach that goal, one lucky person will get $100. And so you guys know I'm a man of my word. Once we reach 500 subscribers, I'll give away $50 to one lucky person. And don't forget to visit the BTSI, excuse me, don't know how to say my website. Don't forget to visit the BTSI Show website when y'all can, all right? Now, let's go ahead and I want to do this. No, we can go ahead and get started because I'm thinking about how we're going to run the advertisements, but it's all good. Now, why won't this go away? Oh, yeah, that's right, because this computer's so slow. All right, once my desktop computer decides to catch up with us, all right. All right, now, today's episode was, I believe, Let's Talk was very interesting. Oh, that's another Amber Alert. Okay, so today's episode of Lapeef Let's Talk was very interesting, to say the least. A little combative, being usual. Well, it's always combative, but a lot of people was in their feelings. And a lot of people was intoxicated, too. We'll talk about that later on. Well, let's get into the first topic, which was, why are Black women being labeled gold diggers for wanting security with a man? Why are Black women being labeled as gold digger for wanting security with a man? Well, let's see. Although that is a very good question, to say the least. The ones doing the labeling don't have enough gold worth digging. If I'm blessed with a daughter one day, I will, alongside my wife, teach her to be with a man that has all forms of security: physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, and financial. So, with the case of that question, there are brothers, we won't get to whatever sector of YouTube that is, but there are some brothers who call women who want security from a man, particularly financial security, a form of gold digging. Women, for the most part, are hypergamous, last time I checked. Now, we're all going to be, as men, we're all going to be used one day. We just don't want to be misused. But we can't assume that all black women, their sole intent is to misuse us. That's not fair to them, and that's just full-hearted way of thinking. I personally, like I said, as a form of security, there's five forms: physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, and financial. I believe a man needs to have all five before he gets into that realm, escalating to the next level, which we'll go over in the marriage series in about a week and a half from now. I personally will not call a woman a gold digger. Now, if she's now they said this on the panel, and we'll get to my thoughts on the panel in a minute. When if she's looking for a come up where she's just a lazy bum of a bum and just looking for a come up, meaning she doesn't hold down the fort, she doesn't do nothing around the house, she doesn't have no ambition like at all. Yeah, that's a form of gold digging. She's just looking to just kick her feet up, eat bonbons, and watch TV all day, or be on the phone. Yeah, that's gold digging. I will admit that, and we don't want that, not even a little bit. But now, a woman who is expecting a man to hold down his end of the bargain as a man, no, that's not gold digging, not even a little bit. I disagree with that. So I disagree with them brothers that feel that way. Now, anybody does feel that way, y'all know where to find me, and we can have that conversation. Now let's get to the panel. From Anton mentioned marriage is for young people and poor people. No reason for an established, polished man in their 30s to get married. Now, I disagree and I somewhat agree. It's best to get married young, like in the college stage, between the ages of 18 and if you count your masters, between the ages of 18 and 25 is the years, it's the age range where you really want to get married because it's a rarity you're going to marry your high school sweetheart. That's rare in of itself. You're more likely going to find somebody in your adult age that's going to be a little bit more established as far as what it is to be, as far as who they are and how to maneuver in this world. Where was I going with that? Yeah, so to say it's a young person's game, I can understand that. I won't go into no religious aspects because it's best for people to be together than to be alone. But let's just focus on what he's saying. Yes, it's a young person's game. Now, as far as a poor person's game, I'm not gonna agree with that. Although I understand where he's coming from as far as y'all come together and bring build yourself up from each other. But although that is accurate, I don't think that should be the foundation of one's marriage. Not that, at least. You broke, I'm broke. Let's get married. because they do that concept now minus the marriage, and that's just shacking up. So to get married on that format, although it is legalized marriage, the mentality of it is shacking up. Like we're here for one purpose and one purpose only. I don't want to push that as your foundation of marriage. It's a part of marriage. It's an aspect of marriage that needs to be what's what I'm looking for. That needs to be highlighted. But I'm not going to say that's going to be the foundation of your marriage. I heard him say that several times before. Marriage is for the young and for the poor. Now, his comment: if a man is in their 30s, that is established, by the way, he doesn't really need to get married. Basically, through the mind state of any woman that you get with, she's just gonna be after you for your money. Like it's let me rephrase that. Let me take that back. Having a woman who is not high value herself will be a burden. She won't want you shoot in the gym. So if you're already taken care of as is, and when it comes to women, why buy the milk when you get the cow for free? Why would you get married? Now, like I said, I'm gonna try to my hardest to keep the religious part out of it, but at the same time, I don't want to push that narrative. Well, I definitely can't push that narrative, especially all the work I'm trying to do regarding talking to the brothers about how we need to come together and build a community. And I'm not saying that's what Anton's doing. Anton's doing because that's that. Let me just clarify that. Anton's talking about it's coming from a different angle. I'm just reacting to my angle. As far as I hear you, but I disagree based off of what I'm looking at through my eyes. I don't think in your 30s and you're well established, there should be no excuse for you not to get married. There's nothing holding you back, especially if you have more options than those who are not as established. So you have the better women that will be qualified to be your wife. Quality, or you have the quantity, now you just got to pick the quality. So that's why I somewhat agree and disagree with Anton with that statement. And actually, let me speak through this because today was a hot show and they talked a lot about a lot of things. I got a lot to cover. Lucky said, men wants the ass. Oh, excuse me. When it comes to the gold digging, whatever the case may be, she said, of course, we all heard the stalking point. A woman like, you want some ass, I want some cash. She sees that as a form of gold digging. I see that as prostitution, which is also another form of gold digging, but we don't call it gold digging. It's called prostitution for a reason. So I hear her, but nah, sorry, Lucky. Bruiser, women born into wealth ish is justified to a man security. And he used the example as Hillary Banks, where if Hillary's looking for a husband, it has to be based on her lifestyle. How do I feel about that? Because when he said that, I was like, wait a minute, what? Say that again. Like a woman is, let me rephrase that. A woman born into wealth is justified to a man with securities. You don't have to be born into wealth to get a man of security. Like that's why I was scratching my head. Now with the even the Hillary Banks example, I understand that, but still, your statement is wrong. You don't need to be born in wealth to be justified security. You just need to prepare yourself to be with a man who has the security. Like although a man has those five components, you have to be make sure you're on your square to receive those five components, or he will pass you by and go on to the next one. Now, Balance Stevens says, when it comes to the question, why are black women labeled gold diggers? Her response is, this is to discourage hypergamy. I have to agree because when it comes to there's some men now who believe in this
50-50 concept. Now, there is a right way to do 50-50, but we're not talking about that part of 50-50 right now. We're talking about the brothers who's like, you need to give me half of your bills. Excuse me. Here's all the bills. I need half of your check, your cash. That's not the 50-50 concept we condone. And they're trying, because what the men are trying to do is save as much money as they can. Granted, can I say that right now? Yeah, I'll say it. Some of the dudes that are spewing that don't have a lot of money to begin with. And I always tell those brothers, you might want to leave these women alone because you're not ready for it. So stop lying to yourself, get out of the market, and go get your money up. You're not supposed to be dealing with anybody if your pockets are not swollen anyway. So that was my take on that. And Anton asked the question: what does a woman from Walmart have to offer? That's easy. The same thing a woman working in a white collar job or blue collar job have to offer. That's it. Only difference is occupation, and that a woman from Walmart um, can offer the same thing any other woman can. The only difference is the occupation. Now there is an extreme to that. We're not acknowledging the extreme. Somebody watching is gonna be like, "Oh, what about a woman that does stripping, prostitution, blah blah blah?" That's an extreme, and I'm not acknowledging that. I'm sticking to the boundaries of Walmart, blue collar, and a white collar job. They all have the same value. Only difference is your paycheck. Who one gets paid every week, other one gets paid twice a week, and one might get paid once a month. That's the only difference. Otherwise, the value they all bring the same value, depending on who you talk to, of course.
All right, next question. Boundaries and handcuffs. Boundaries and handcuffs. Boundaries show you where, oh, excuse me, boundary shows you where the line is drawn in a relationship and for you not to cross it. Handcuff is a form of micromanagement. A micromanager controls every part, however small, of an enterprise or activity or relationship in this case. Yeah, we don't do micromanage. Name it a little bit.
When it comes to boundaries, it's real simple. In my relationship, this is the line in the sand. It's real clear, and I'll make it bold as day. What you can do and what you cannot do. I have boundaries that should not be crossed. She has boundaries that should not be crossed. Most relationships, with half sense, of course, have boundaries that is, or this is a non-negotiable. Anything will result into the beginning stages of early termination of the relationship. Now, when it comes to handcuffs, like it's real something like where you go, not necessarily where you go, because that could be a form of protection as well. When it comes to micromanaging in the course of handcuffs, it's just real simple. Just she has a shackles on her, and she can't go. She can't make a peep. Excuse me. She can't talk. She can't move or do anything without the husband's permission. See, with my relationship, and really, and this is what I preach to all people, it's like you need to grant your significant other some form of freedom, especially if you chose her and you trust her or him, depending. You guys get the idea. See, with her, usually she's a homebody anyway, but I always give her the range so you can go anywhere and everywhere you want. You don't need me. After all, she takes care of me. She takes care of the house, the family, and all this other stuff. I said free range. Go do whatever you want to do. Just don't cross certain boundaries. Like I don't want her tied up to the house, um, like a dog is tied up to the pole outside. That's not fair. That's inhumane. Now that I think about it, that's the difference between boundaries and handcuffs. For this one, um, curves. Hoes get married too. I'm also tired of that statement. So let's throw some let's throw some numbers out here. The hoes getting married. Let's keep it with black women. 52% of black women get married. Let me say that again. 52% of black women get married. Only half stays married. If a hoe does not know how to play her position as a wife and she bails at the first crack of pressure, that statement is a stupid statement to mention. Now, now some people's gonna bring up. I'm not gonna say her name because that although she cops to, she may or may not cop to it. I'm not gonna bring up her name. They bring up celebrities who are perceived as hoes, and they say they get married. And my rebuttal to them is this: if they're married, how come you're not married? Silence. So the question is, whether hoes get married or not is irrelevant. A sucker is born twice a let me not say twice a day. A sucker is born every day. So it doesn't matter if hoes are getting married or not. The question is, when you cross that line of marriage, do you know how to hold things down as a wife, according to what this brother has planned out? If the answer is yes, congratulations, keep going. If it's not, I don't know what you're talking about. And truth be told, although most hoes want to be married, can they stay married? Can they actually get married? Do they stay married? Do they want to be married? So that statement on Kurt's part was just played out as stupid. Now, She's So Lucky said hoes are in the church. And that's an old narrative about the most freakiest girl being in church. But let's keep it real. Who actually going to church now? Statistically, who's going to church? I'll give you a hint. It's not the hoes. Hoes are electing to stay home and do whatever they do. So I hear Lucky's statement. I think that's out of date saying. It might be false. Well, who knows? But yeah, hoes are in the church. No, I'm calling gap. Most of them are not going to church anyway. The real pressures. If most women were honest, they will admit that they have done it on the first night. Yep. Yeah, I would agree with. I would 100% agree with that. Now, one thing I would tell the men though is like, dude, you can't call her whatever you want to call her if you are the one that excited and engaged with her. Um, what you would consider a whole life activity. Yeah, I do believe that there are most women, that, well, some to most women who gave it up on the first night. And I'll say y'all adults act like adults. As far as don't be going around name calling and other shit. Truth be told, what you guys do is between y'all two. The world don't know. Like previously, what not? Yeah, previously, whatever I did in my relationships, a lot of people would never know because I don't talk about my relationship, my own fucking business. Granted, they don't. They knew not to ask me, but stop telling everybody what you're doing. Stop name calling. Like, grow the fuck up. Now, with that statement, Shisha Lucky said, if that's true regarding most women sleep on the, give it up on the first night. Shisha Lucky said, if that's true, then the stats are wrong about men not getting ass. Um, she's so lucky. Yeah, lucky you don't know how stats work. For the most part. So I'm gonna be bear with you with this one. Just like more than half of the men are single and childless, 38% of black men are married. So that's 54, that's 38. So there's an argument like 8%. Most of the women are sleeping with like 8% of men. So it's very true that most dudes probably have not lost their virginity yet. But at the same time, there are some women that are messing with a small group of men. It's all in rotation. I think it's called community dick. Yep, community penis, as y'all will call it. Now, that led to another conversation where, like you say, it's different for women versus women. I think that goes to the whole conversation. What is a whole? What activities do they consist of? Now, I don't know who changed the topic, but they said if a woman sleeps with another woman, would she be considered a hoe? My answer to that is yes. Just because you and Lucky and Anton to a degree said it's not her being a hoe if there's no penetration. To my response to that is shut the fuck up. You know why I say my response to that shut the fuck up is because who has the highest domestic violence rate? That would be women on women. And you are telling me you weren't you as women was not cool with your man cheating on you when you was in a heterosexual relationship. Now you're gonna tell me you're okay when another woman with all that emotion and estrogen, it's okay for her to go out there and cheat because it's not penetration and you are not gonna wild out? Yeah, I'm calling cap. Sorry. It's the same thing. So let's do let's take we could take a break right now. Let's go ahead and get to more video and we will be right we will be right back. There we go. All right, let's get some more video. We'll come right back. Today's episode is brought to you by Wavilo. Of course, you guys see me with my Bakari watch. Looks nice, don't it? But if I wanted to go out, just a casual wear, and it's kind of chilly outside. Not bad. Let's add some more color to it. Ooh, that's gonna look good for the photo shoot. Get with the brand that's versatile, that can cover you in all areas of fashion for men and women. So, go to the link that's in this video, fill up your shopping cart. Once you do, the promo code is BTSI for 50% off. I repeat, BTSI for 50% off at checkout. All right, welcome back. Let's get back to the show. Next topic. Why married men cheat after many years of being loyal? Why married men cheat after many years of being loyal? Two reasons. Lack of discipline on the man's part. Although polygamy is in the man's nature, you decide to become a leader of a monogamous covenant. If you're not at the level to be a one woman man, stop wasting her time and yours. Secondly, abandonment of duties on the woman's part. Although I don't condone nor justify adultery in any relationship, we have to point out how we got from A to Z. It's a woman's job to make sure that she plays her part in making sure that he doesn't have any wandering eyes that will lead him to infidelity. Now, back to the men. Discipline. You have a job to do. Do it. If you don't, now, and also keep in mind, here's the crazy part. The man dictates in the beginning to the woman in the dating stage or in the courting stage how this relationship is going to play out, what he expects, what he's going to do, what he's not going to do. Some form of polygamy should have been introduced. And the problem, and one of the sad part is, men tend to leave. Let me not say men. I'm sorry. Some dudes tend to leave that part out of telling your potential, your prospect, where you're gonna be at 5 years, where you're gonna be at 10 years. Marriage is gonna be within those 5 or 10 year plans. Polygamy never came out of your mouth. Matter of fact, you're selling her on a dream that it's just me, you against the world. Sounds great, but are you actually going to stand there right by her side and stay within the realms, the boundaries of your marriage? If the answer is yes, you need to do right by this woman and not compromise your relationship, compromise your marriage. But unfortunately, like I said, unfortunately, there's some dudes who want their cake and eat it too. I don't condone that, not even a little bit. If you're the man you say you are, you have no problem telling her this is what's going to go down, and I ain't compromising for nothing. I ain't changing for nothing. So that way, now it's up to her to be like, okay, I don't want to deal with this, or I can put up with this. Give them the right to choose. But when you're going to engage in a monogamous relationship, hey man, you gotta keep it 100 and keep it to yourself. As in your penis, your hands, whatever. That belongs to your wife. I know that sounds crazy, but all of your body belongs to your wife, especially when it comes to this monogamy thing. Now, let's get into. Oh, I'm sorry, the women. Um, and I guess I'm gonna open my phone because I guess that kind of goes into the some of the dumb shit I heard on the panel. Um, Ladies, when it comes to sex, men are on go. Like seriously, we're on go. We could be walking around, mind our own business, but if you approach us and you trying to jump our bones, yeah, we're ready to go. That's just how men are. So when a man decides to take that extra step to make you their wife, but you're not consistent with your part of the relationship with the sex, hey, I'm just saying that's going to, I don't condone it, but that's going to cause your man to just entertain the idea of looking somewhere else. So do yourself a later, ladies. Um, hey, get let me not go there because I'm about to say something that's going to be too crazy. But yeah, ladies, you need to handle your responsibility in the marriage. That's what you're there for. He's handling his responsibility. You need to handle yours. And if you can't handle yours, you are subject to be fired. Just want to throw that out there. Now, Curse threw um, a hypothetical to Anton. Okay, and it was regarding like Anton, like Curse is. We'll get into the her drinking habits later. Curse was trying to say like these men will sleep with anybody, they will cheat or whatever the case may be. Now she ran into Anton to where he's just not going to do it. Now he's clear of why he wouldn't cheat, but it's just not something he's trying to do. Now Curse just believes that most men will jump at the first pussy, the first box that they see, even while married. No, that's not even remotely true. And ladies, also before we get to the next one, to the next thing I want to respond to, because this particular topic has a lot to offer. We're out here, ladies, and I'm talking about men, married men who just want to be with our wives. Like we don't want to entertain the idea. I cannot tell y'all how annoying it is to receiving flirts from other women. It's like, y'all, I was single 9.5 years ago. I mean, like, you had all the opportunity to get at me. And I'm talking to all women in general, by the way. Y'all had all the opportunity to get at me. You did it for whatever reason, which is your prerogative. I found my wife, and we've been rocking since then. We don't, and we don't tolerate people coming into our relationship. Like, y'all need to stay over there. I'm not. I'm with my wife. I'm with my baby. Y'all didn't give me that attention before. Don't do it now. Now let's see what else we got here. Balance Steven said liars lack character. No argument here. I completely agree. She's so lucky. Is it because married man? Excuse me, because men marry wholesome woman versus the horse. So with that, that's a nice statement. Because regarding women not doing their jobs or whatever case may be, it's up to a man to unlock that inner beast inside of his wife. And granted, prior to that, from what people are saying, a woman should know her body already. So this marriage thing should be nothing. Matter of fact, it should be magical. It should be more beautiful. So you don't need to what's wrong for you don't need to marry a whore just to have a great sex life. I think that's complete cap. So I'm not rolling with that tomfoolery. Next up, Lady D's Lady Di said, "You're looking at sex like a chore." Yeah, ladies, it's not a chore. You keep looking at like sex like, all right, let me go have sex with this one dude or one brother, whatever the case may be. Go have sex with one. Pause number one, because I know some of y'all gonna try to clip that. If you're looking at sex as a chore, just get ready to kiss this relationship goodbye, or any relationship, not this. Me and my wife. But if you look at sex as in like I got a job to do or whatever, it's not gonna feel. No, you're about to get fired because it just no. No dude wants to have sex with a woman who's not into it. That's just creepy. So I wish you the best to get that worked out, whoever you are. Now, this with the heart conversation, it led into an orgasm conversation, which is a lot better than that body count conversation. But when it comes to orgasm, they use the narrative that 70% of women don't orgasm. According to the brother Ali, that is cap. His stats, according to Ali, 49% of women don't orgasm. Now, 70 to 80% of all women in a relationship do. That's interesting. Why is that interesting? Because when it comes to some regular bust down 304 or whatever on the street, for the most part, men are not caring. And of course, Hunter Crane, excuse me, not Hunter Crane, I forgot that person's name. But I was going to reference somebody regarding to what I was saying. 49% of women don't orgasm. That's an interesting take, but 70 to 80% of women do. That's because men will fuck a hoe and get his nut off. We're not men don't care about 304s like that. Now, our significant others, we're willing to do whatever they need to get that climax that they're looking for. So 70-80% of women in a relationship do orgasm. That makes perfect sense. That makes absolute perfect sense. What else? We got two more topics that we'll get to the final question. You use okay. Ali made a point to curves regarding the orgasm stuff and using man, that type of stuff. Now, Ali said you use man for food, gas, restaurants, blase, blase. If you're okay to use that man for those necessities, he's okay to have sex with you while you're not getting that. Crickets. They wasn't ready for that, but salute to the brother Ali. What to say? Okay. This one, I'll put curves. You married men don't want vagina. Okay, that's regarding her bullet to train, whatever you call it. Um, what the hell? Well, yeah, like I said, just a fair game. Occur now. Yeah, if you want food, whatever, a man wants a nut, and he don't care if you get yours or not. Now let's get to the next one. I know my eyelids getting heavy like a motherfucker. But Curry said, "You married men don't want vagina." That threw me off. I don't know what the hell she was talking about. Question 4. Sorry, is that a vision in my head? You married men don't want vagina. Why did she say some dumb shit like that? I don't remember. Curry was on one tonight. But we ain't got to worry about that. Let's get to the next and final topic. The meat of the combo, open relationship and swingers. Nope. Obviously, to each his own, but he's on my ass. But you introducing one or more party into your relationship will come. I'm sorry. But you introducing one more party into your relationship will come with rules, regulation, and hassle. Not to mention, you telling your monogamous partner that they are not enough. Outside of polygamy to a lesser level, that will not go as well as you think it will. Okay, somebody just sent me a message on Facebook. Well, let me not worry about that right now. All right, so yes, open relationships and swingers. Open relationship and swingers. Let me actually read this one more time for editing purposes. Nope. Obviously, to each his own, but you introduce one or more party in your relationship will come with rules, regulation, and hassle. Not to mention, you're telling your monogamous partner that they are not enough outside of polygamy to a lesser level. That will go not as well as you think. Um, I don't do open relationships, swingers. No, no, no. You can't touch my wife. You can't touch me. Me and my wife, we don't like sharing, nor do we want to be shared. We don't get down like that. So keep your hands to yourself. But I'm just trying to tell y'all. See, when it comes to open relationship, keep in mind what I just said. You're telling the significant other you are not enough. You are not enough. So I'm not surprised if that. Excuse me. I'm not surprised when people get emotional, wild out. Because like, fam, do you know what you told her? Yeah, that's gonna piss off any woman, and I mean any. So what the hell? Oh, I'm about to be pissed. I thought I lost this whole thing. I'm sorry, y'all. Yeah, and just inviting a third party, it's just no, it's just a messy idea. Like I said, I understand polygamy. I respect it. That's not a lifestyle I condone. Any form of poly is a no in my eyes. There's just too much going on. But I do respect polygamy. I do, especially when it's done the right way. I do respect it. Now, a lot of people's complaining about Curve and her drink of choice because got her to just do an extra. So what's what I'm looking for regarding that? Look, here's the thing. We all this not we, sorry. There's plenty of people who have came on to these panels intoxicated, or they just have a drink of choice. So sometimes you just gotta let it rock, and hopefully they stay within bounds. Like regardless of some of the dumb talking points that you mentioned tonight, Kurz did an exceptional job. So I don't have a problem with Kurz. But you have to know your intake. How much you drinking, how much you're not drinking. Like you gotta really get a hold of that. Or for anybody, I'm not. That's just not a curb talk. That's just anybody. Get a hold of that. Know your limits, and don't drink on an empty stomach. The results are a lot faster than you plan on. I learned that the hard way. Now, and to ask, would you be with a woman who said no sex before marriage? Of course. Now, here's another caveat. She's not a virgin herself. She just stopped cold turkey. Any person she deals with will have to spend a year and a half with her for, well, let me rephrase that. I'm sorry. If you, here's, okay, let's try this again. Because my mind about to get fried. Anti asked, would you be with a woman who said no sex before marriage? Me personally, I would say no. I mean, yes, I should not know. Let me take that back. I will be with the person who will say no sex before marriage, a virgin, whatever the case be. I can hold out. That's perfectly fine. Now, let's say if she's not a virgin, she had sex, but she just stopped and want to change her life around, just be pure as possible to marriage. I'm okay with that as well. I don't have a problem. Like I said a couple streams ago, when it comes to people doing a 180 and going the right direction, you can't be the cause for them to go back in the same destructive path that they were going. That's not fair. And Greg said that proved true today. Now, Mr. Lego, I'm gonna be nice. Mr. Lego, what did he say? That's not regarding that topic. He said that's not your chick. They're for everybody. That sounds like a brother who will not find is having trouble finding a good wife. No offense to Mr. Lego. Let me make sure nobody's in the back. I don't, because you know the saying: if you sleep with my girl, she was never my girl to begin with. None of these girls belong to us; they belong to the streets, and that type of stuff. Although there might be some truth to some women, but to cast that broad brush on all women, no. If that's your mentality, you're blocking your blessing of finding the right woman, because all you're telling her is this is how you think women are, then you stay over there. I'm gonna go find somebody else. That has a little bit more sense. So I don't like that. I understand the saying where it's come from, but I'm just saying I don't approve of that at all. And now polyandry. They brought up polyandry. Lucky somehow sparked that. I don't know how. But as far as polyandry goes, I'm gonna be real simple. I don't condone any type of poly lifestyle, especially two men, one woman. Nope, no, 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 no. Some of the stories that I've been hearing, like granted, it could be a modernized version, but some of the things I've been hearing when it comes to polyandry, um, it's like as a man, how could you get down like that? It's like which side of the bed are you sleeping on? Where's she sleeping on? How you guys taking turns on her? You guys doing it at the same time? Like this is the things I don't get. But also, I'll to get serious real quick. Polyandry makes no sense since there's more women than men, especially in the U.S. Um, there's about a 7 million difference between black men and black women, so it makes no sense for polyandry. Polygamy, yeah, sure. Because I told this to my wife, and I believe I told this to my family members. Let's say if I was in a poly situation, polygamy, and I had three or four wives. If I was to impregnate each wife, we all know who the father is. If in a polyandry situation, if that woman was to get pregnant, months are going to go by before you guys think about who the father is. And keep in mind, I can impregnate this woman over and over and over again, and I'm gonna have a big army. Where in a polyandry situation, one baby at a time, and now you're going to be outnumbered. Now, some people are going to bring up, um, what did that moron try to bring up to me, and I almost slapped them. Oh, I remember what he brought up. I'm not going to say that because for obvious reasons. But that is the reaction for today's show. Let's get one final commercial in, and then we are going to talk about. I'm going to do something for the wrestling fans, of course. I'm going to talk about, get my prediction for the Royal Rumble. So let's get into Brytn Smile. We'll be right back.
Today's episode is brought to you by Brytn Smile. Now, you guys need to keep your mouths clean, keep your mouths white, and keep your mouths bright between dentist visits. I get it. I understand. So here's where Brytn Smile come into play. Yes, good old Brytn Smile. Now, in this whitening kit, it comes with a multitude of things that you need. Starters, you're going to need a user manual on how to operate the devices that come with it. Next up, you have a shade chart to keep you posted on where your teeth fall on the chart. That is very beneficial. Also, these gel pens. Put the gel on each tooth. Do it correctly. Follow the manual. And, well, you know, we have a charger. It comes with a charger. I wonder why. That's right, an LED mouthpiece. This is very beneficial, y'all, as y'all can see. For the blue, it is on for 15 minutes. And once that is done, let's go purple, pink, whatever color you prefer to call it. Let's do that for 10 minutes. Go to Brytn Smile. The link is located in the description. Grab a kit, put in your shopping cart, and when you get to the checkout, the promo code is BTSI for 25% off. Again, BTSI for 25% off.
All right, y'all. Now, for my wrestling fans, I probably should have done this. I want to build it as we find, as we say. Oh, and while I'm tapping this, ladies and gentlemen, this is the 3-year anniversary Royal Rumble in Houston. A lot happened that day. During that day, I was hyped, went to church, getting ready, and unfortunately, I got the news that Kobe passed away. That was a crazy, like a real crazy day, and I almost didn't want to believe it. And of course, later on that day and the following day, I found out that Gigi was one of the pastors as well, which I'll admit I did cry about that one because I'm a father. So I can only imagine what the mother's going through. Took a shower, got that news, just got dressed, and I went to the Minute Maid Park because that's where the Royal Rumble is at. And one thing I do credit WWE is when some real world shit is happening, just we're gonna provide you 3 hours, maybe 4 hours of freedom from whatever you're going through. And that's what that was for me. I was videotaping, vlogging, whatever the case may be. You guys go check out my Instagram. Those videos are still there. With the Royal Rumble, that was my first time at Minute Maid Park. Every match, except for the United States Championship match, because I didn't know what was happening at that time, every single match I got right. I called it correctly. I guessed some of the picks that were going to make a guest appearance in the Royal Rumble. Well, of course, number 21 surprised me and everybody else, which was Edge. Triple Fusion Necessary was retired 9 years ago at that time to come back. That was my highlight and everything. I miss that those days. Every now and then I think about that those times. I really wanted to go to the one in the Astrodome, but due to cause I got responsibilities I got to handle here. So it is what it is. That was a good night, but now we are going to talk about Royal Rumble prediction. That is this. Oops, let me get that out the way. That is this Saturday. Ladies and gentlemen, we will be doing a watch party and a live reaction. Times to be determined on my start time. I may start at 6. I may start at 15 minutes prior to the show. But there it is. Royal Rumble watch party this Saturday. Please set a reminder because we're going to have fun that day. Now, what are my predictions for this Saturday? Now, the Mountain Dew Pitch Black match, Bray Wyatt, LA Knight, that's going to be new, entertaining. I personally don't know what to expect. I hope it's not as trash as the Rock and Boogie T Blackout match because that match didn't give me what I thought I wanted. So this Pitch Black match, I don't know exactly what's going on, how that's going to work, but I'm going to take Bray Wyatt on this one. Raw Women's Championship, Bianca Belair versus Alexa Bliss. It's looking real. Bianca Belair, Alexa Bliss, Raw Women's Championship. With the storyline with Alexa Bliss, I do see Bianca Belair obtaining her championship, but if you got Alexa Bliss going the Bray Wyatt demonically possessed route, I could see Alexa Bliss. But if I had to make a decision of who's gonna keep it, I'm gonna go with Bianca. I'm gonna go with Bianca Belair. Now, although this is not on here, I'm gonna watch SmackDown and see what's going on. I expect a SmackDown Women's Championship match to happen on Saturday. Charlotte versus Sonya Deville. I really do. I'm being honest. I do see Charlotte versus Sonya Deville. And guess what? I have Sonya Deville winning. Some of the wrestling fans looking at me right now like, you serious? I'm dead serious. Sonya is gonna. It's those two fight. Sonya will win. Sonya Deville will win. And of course, Roman Reigns versus Kevin Owens. I love Kevin Owens. I love Roman Reigns as well. But let's keep it a stack. No, I have Roman winning. No, I'm not gonna say fairly easily, but I definitely have him winning. Now, 30 Women's Royal Rumble match. Who do we know that is in the Women's Royal Rumble? Let's count the ways. Liv Morgan, Candice Ray, Rhea Ripley, Raquel Rodriguez, Shayna Baszler, Zelina Vega, and Emma. What am I? Ladies and gentlemen, that's 8. That's just 8 wrestlers. And this always goes to the fact that when it comes to these Royal Rumbles, WWE is not investing in their talent. The talent of the women. Like you have plenty of women on the roster that you can focus on. And because they don't do that, now they got to go to NXT to pull somebody up just to cover some spots. They're going to call some legends to come and fill in some more spots, more so than on the men's side. That is annoying. That's just showing that you're not taking this part of the division seriously. So that's something they're going to have to work on, like seriously. I'm not picking nobody based off of this list. I'll pass. I heard somebody say, let me speak real quick.
Now, oh, I already said the Raw Women's Championship. Roman's winning that. As far as the men's go, who's returning? Who we got? Kofi Kingston, Santo Escobar, Ricochet, Austin Theory, Seth Freaking Rollins, Bobby Lashley, Baron Corbin, Rey Mysterio, Gunther, Cody Rhodes, Omos, Drew McIntyre, Shane Mays, Braun Strowman, Karen Cross, and Dominic Mysterio. Hmm. Something was going on with the computer. Sorry about that. If I think who's going to win the Royal Rumble from this list? I don't see his name on here. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm ready for AJ Styles to win the Royal Rumble. Like seriously, I'm ready for AJ Styles to win. But if I get to go based on this list, I can see Cody Rhodes winning. Okay. If I had to go based off of this list, because I firmly believe AJ Styles is going to be in it, and I would like for him to win. But going on this list, yeah, Cody. I could definitely see Cody Rhodes coming out on top and winning this. Yeah, like seriously, I'm not. It's gonna. If I go based off of this list, Cody Rhodes. It was up to me, AJ Styles. So those are my predictions, ladies and gentlemen. Bianca Belair is going to obtain her title. Um, Roman Reigns is going to obtain his title. And of course, Bray Wyatt is going to obtain his title for his Purple Streets ever since coming back. All right, so that is pretty much it, ladies and gentlemen. It's 3:00. I just got. Oh, one more thing. My package comes in today for the Keep It 100 project. I spent $100 with Black-owned business. My package will be in later on today. So we will try it on, and hopefully you guys get to see it over the weekend. I'm going to try to wear a Fight Club tomorrow when I get home. I'm going to wear it on the stream for the watch party, and I'm also going to wear it some other time. I can't remember at this time, but the package will be coming. So if you guys have any Black-owned businesses that you guys want me to represent, please let me know so I can go ahead, review the product, buy $100 worth of items, and that type of stuff. I mean it. So I also need to make room. I'm going to be buying all these products. But let's go ahead and shut it down, people. Something just got dropped off of my account, and we are good. Thank you guys for tuning in. I promise I'm going to have these uploads a lot faster before. Any people, this is the B.TS Show. Me on Christopher J. Do me a favor, like this video, subscribe to my YouTube page, follow me on social media, make a donation to my Cash App, participate in waive the rights to privacy. Still, we're going to 1,000 subscribers. Once we reach that goal, one person will get $100. If we reach 500 subscribers, one lucky person will get $50. Okay, and don't forget to visit the B.TS Show website on your way out. So thank you guys for pulling up. Thank you guys for tuning in. We will be back. We'll be back next week. But remember, please do not forget, ladies and gentlemen, the the watch party is this Saturday. Okay, so don't forget to pull up. Other than that, people, my name is Christopher J. Thank you for coming in. I will talk to you guys later. Peace out.